What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. And in today's build video, I'm going to show you my speedrun league build. This is the build that I'm going to be using to not only do the speedruns for the rest of this week for the league activity, but also next week's league activity as well. Remember that each league event is 2 weeks long, so if you don't get all of your trophies in the first week, don't worry, it resets for the second week and then you can do it again. Now in this video, I'm going to show you the build I'm going to use for solo speedruns that I'm going to do personally, and at the same time I'm also going to do this to get all of the hostile bleed. I have not even done that yet, so let's look at that, and then I will show you progression as I do each of these league events, and then at the end we will do a build breakdown. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you're new. We are now over 42,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the support, and yeah, lastly, let me know in the comment section below what you think. Now let's look at the league event. So currently we are in the Castillo League. Now I am only 46 out of 60, and you can see my hostile bleed is only at 71 out of 500. So doing the first go round of the league events, I was just using a normal skill build, and I was not really going for bleeds. I think this is mainly from hitting weak points and things like that, blowing up items next to them, trying to make them bleed that way. So I'm going to show you progression while I'm going through these missions, and I'm going to show you how much that it's going to increase just from using the build I'm going to show you. Now the rest of these, pretty simple: Lincoln Memorial, American History Museum, DCD Headquarters, and Jefferson Trade Center. Now 3 of them are on hard difficulty, and then the DCD is on challenging. Now the True Sun Elites, the way to do this one is either from named enemies, being from the end of these missions, or you can find the True Sun Elites from bounties. Just make sure it is a True Sun bounty. So we're going to go through these missions with the new build that I just put together for the Hostiles Bled, and we'll see the progression on that, and I will show you how fast I can do these missions with this build. So yeah, here we go. We're going to go ahead and cut to some gameplay. Have fun, grab that popcorn, and we will see you back here for the build breakdown. Let's go! Alright, so we're at the end of this mission. See how this goes. Ouch, that shotgunner hurt. Go ahead and do this. Oh, I blew myself up there. Holy moly. What? And then I killed myself? Oh my god, I love it. Wow. So I just completed, what was that, Jefferson Trade Center? Let's see, was that a new record? I think that was a new record. 731, yeah, so that's my newest record for Jefferson Trade Center. And let's see, Hostiles Bled, I went from 71 to 151. Holy moly. Okay, so I've already doubled my Hostiles Bled with one mission. So let me do one other mission, and then we will just go ahead and do the build breakdown. All right, that was pretty wicked. All right, here we go. Oh, come on. This guy's gonna be like this. Come on. Ruining. You are ruining my speed run. Oh my god, bro. I had a sub 6 minute there. Ruining my... You ruined it. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be like a 6:30, 6:35 maybe. My other best for Lincoln Memorial is 6:11. I was trying to do a sub 6, but that boss screwed me. That's the one boss that you have to do. Alright, so that was a 6:32. Alright. Now let's check my hostiles bled. We went from 71, now we're at 221, and we've only done 2 missions. Crazy, huh? Alright. So that was 2 of the 4 league events. And you can see that I went from 71 to 221, so I've already tripled my my original Hostiles Bled just within the 2 missions. It's pretty legit. Not only that, but I'm doing some crazy fast runs doing this solo, so it's even better. Let's look at this. So in Lincoln Memorial, 629, 67 kills, 252. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. So let's go ahead and do that build breakdown, and we'll get out of here. Go to the next video. I'm going to show you guys another kind of bleed build for PvP. It's going to be called my Heartbreaker Vampire build. But without further ado, this is going to be my speedrun league build, or my league speedrun build. I don't know. We'll see how we characterize that for the title and thumbnail. But anyways, let's get back into this. All right, welcome back. Here we are. You have already seen the gameplay. You see that it works. Let's get into the build itself. Okay. Now, there's going to be just one exception with this build, and I deleted my mod for my Seeker, or my Stinger Hive. So you can make this hit a little bit harder, but I accidentally deleted that mod the other day. But yeah, so that's the only caveat to this build. Now, here we go. This is my league speedrun build, my bleed build, my do whatever you want solo run and gun build. This is a lot of fun to use, and it's going to make the speedruns in this Castillo League event really easy and fun to do. I mean, you just saw that I did record time for Jefferson Trade Center, and then I just did another 6-minute Lincoln Memorial. I mean, it's a lot of fun to use this build for these league runs, and you can just run and gun solo, and it's just amazing. Not only that, but you get those hostiles bled really quick. Not only am I using it on my weapons, I am also using it on my skills at the same time. So I'm making them bleed in multiple ways, and the gear talent Creeping Death helps me spread that bleed even more, getting more enemies on bleed faster. So this is technically a Heartbreaker vampire build, essentially. I'm using Heartbreaker, and I'm making everyone bleed like a vampire. Now, the only difference is this is going to be my league speedrun build, and I'm going to make a separate Heartbreaker-esque vampire build for PvP, because this thing smacks, and I want to try it in PvP. I'll probably switch pieces around and probably make it like a Heartbreaker hybrid, because using the 4-piece Heartbreaker in PvP with the bleed might be a little different, so I'll probably switch it to like a hybrid and go damage with the bleed chest. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that vampire build. But anyways, so this is going to be my Heartbreaker bleed build for speedruns and getting those hostiles bled at the same time. Now, starting with the specialization, I'm using the Technician Specialization. Reason being is it actually helps my skills out, and I wanted that. So I have tier 1 on the Seeker Mine, and I have tier 1 on the Stinger Hive. However, whenever I'm running around and I want to use skills first, I will equip the card custom. And when I equip the card custom, let's see here. So if I do this and then look at my skills, now I'm at tier 2. So it actually helps my skills out. Not only that, but it increases the radius of my seeker mine whenever it explodes and creates that bleed. And for the hive, it is increasing the damage and more stingers to get more enemies on bleed as well. And then once you match that up with the creeping death and the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece, you're able to make all enemies bleed. I'm pretty sure every enemy is bleeding whenever I'm doing these missions because I'm doing them solo, so I have to kill every enemy, and no matter if I use my skill or my weapon, I'm making them bleed no matter what. So every enemy is bleeding. That's how I'm getting my enemies bled numbers up quick. I mean, I already tripled the numbers just within the 2 missions, so you can already see the progress. So that's why I'm using the specialization. Gives me that extra tier and that extra skill damage. It's nice. Now looking at the weapons, I'm using the card custom basically to get that +1 skill tier, but also to get it up to proficiency. It's only proficiency rank 1, so I'm trying to level that sucker up. For my secondary, I am using the rock and roll shotgun, or the named ACS-12 shotgun. Reason being is it is a shotgun with really high rate of fire, and that really high rate of fire helps me gain my stacks of Heartbreaker pretty much instantly. And then finally, my primary weapon is going to be the FAMAS. This is with damage to targets at a cover and the talent Sadist. So every time I have an enemy on bled and I shoot them with this weapon, I will deal 20% more weapon damage. Not only that, but after 4 kills, I will immediately apply bleed on an enemy that I hit. So you have the Sadist working for you, you have the Creeping Death working for you with the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece, and then you have the Seeker Mines and Stinger Hive to make them bleed as well. Now, looking at the gear, I am running 4 piece of Heartbreaker with the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece and 1 piece of Fenris. Jumping into the Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker gear set bonuses that I get from this build: 15% AR and LMG damage, 15% weapon handling, and then the 4 piece gives me Heart Stopper, so headshots will apply a pulse, and weapon hits on pulsed enemies will gain a stack of bonus armor and damage to that pulsed enemy. And then you lose stacks every second. Now, as far as the attributes, this one is max weapon damage, crit chance, and max crit damage for the mod. For the Heartbreaker gloves, I'm using armor for the core attribute with crit damage. Knee pads, again, armor, and then crit damage. And then finally, holster, Heartbreaker, max armor, max crit chance. Okay. Now going to the chest piece. This is the Ridgeway's Pride chest piece. Originally, you can get this chest piece out of the summit. Once you pick up all of the components, get the quest, complete the quest, turn it in, you should be able to get this. However, nowadays it is added to the general loot, so if you and your friends are farming chest pieces and they already have the Ridgeway's Pride, they can get another one to drop and they can drop it for you. That's simple. And as soon as they share it with you, you can go and buy the blueprint from Anaya, and then you don't have to do the quest and all that through the summit. Pretty simple. Now, the cool thing about this chest piece is the talent Bleeding Edge. Shooting an enemy within 15 meters will apply a bleed, and that is the whole point of running this build through the league, is you want to make those enemies bleed. That way you can get those numbers up and then get your Castillo League trophy at the end of that reward track. Now, it also gives you armor regen. So armor regen is based off of how many enemies you have bleeding around you, and then it'll increase your armor regen for that. So not only am I getting bonus armor out of the wazoo from the Heartbreaker, but I'm also getting armor regen back from making enemies bleed around me. Now, as far as the attributes for the Ridgeway's Pride, I'm at max weapon damage, max crit damage, and then 5% crit chance with a max crit chance mod. And then the last piece of the puzzle is the Fenris backpack. I'm using this to increase my base damage on my FAMAS. Now, the Fenris brand set bonus I get from this build, 10% AR damage. Now, the attributes are all maxed out: max weapon damage, crit chance, and headshot damage with a max crit damage mod. Now, the cool thing about this is I rolled Creeping Death on the backpack. So whenever I apply a status effect, it is also applied to all enemies within 8 meters of the target, and I can do that every 15 seconds. So that's another way that I'm getting every enemy to bleed around me while I am killing them, doing these missions on solo, and going out with a bang. It's a lot of fun. Now, the skills, again, you're using the Seeker Mine Explosive because it applies a bleed, and you are using the Stinger Hive because it also applies a bleed. Now, looking at the stats, this is for the FAMAS. I'm at 92.8k weapon damage with a 44 crit chance, 115 crit damage, and 85 headshot. Going down to the offensive tab, I'm at 55 all weapon damage bonus with 55 AR damage bonus. So every time I use the FAMAS, I'm sitting at 110% damage bonus total. Now remember, I'm using Creeping Death with Bleeding Edge to make all those enemies bleed. I'm at 1.3 million armor with 337 health, and then 10% explosive resistance and hazard, and that is due to my watch level. So here is your disclaimer for all of my build videos. I am currently watch level 3176. That means all of these attribute boxes are maxed out 50 of 50. So if you are at or above shade level 1000, all of these attribute boxes should be maxed out. Therefore, whenever you copy and paste my build, you should be able to get the exact same numbers and results. And pretty simple, right? However, if you are below shade level 1000, some of these attribute boxes will not be maxed out 50 of 50. Therefore, when you copy and paste my build, some of your numbers might be lower. Don't freak out. It is still a great build to use. Just know that if you get your shade level up to 1000, you should have a min-maxed character, and then you'll get the same numbers and results as me. All it's doing is increasing certain attributes. Don't worry about it. You don't have to do it. It just makes your character stronger. It increases the maximum potential of your build because your character is min-maxed. But again, it is not a requirement. It is a recommendation. And there you have it. This is my League speedrun build. I have Heartbreaker with Ridgeway's Pride, Creeping Death with some nice bleed skills, and a bleed weapon. It's just making enemies bleed left and right with some crazy fast speedrun times. It is a lot of fun to run and gun, and this is mainly aimed at solo players. If you're playing with other groups, you can easily put more red core attributes on this and just run and gun even harder. But if you're going to do that, I probably wouldn't have Heartbreaker on there. I'd switch to something else. This is mainly for those solo speedrun players. But all right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the build. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. We're making our way to 43,000 subscribers. I am Kamikazevondoom, and I will see you all in the next one. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, see you later. Take care. Peace.